one underway with the pistol round, a P250 for Rain.
Yeah, he is quite the menace with the weapon. We're seeing all of the star players pick that up. And a boost from the CT side. Well, I said that. They'll hopefully get up there eventually.
You got to make sure you're on the sandbag, but on the bottom part of the sandbag, and then you can mount without any crouching required.
Okay, well, a push towards short as well. And so far, pretty quiet from FaZe, which they were anything but on Inferno. Rops will be waiting for any aggression. They seem to be aware of it. Initiates the duel, but not too much damage inflicted on either side. And they'll actually be finishing up towards the A side of the map near the bomb. And 4 players from FaZe have actually gained access with the smoke down towards CT. It's just KST at the bank, and he can't really force the issue just yet.
Trying to bait out some nades. They broke, go into the site, then take the 1-2 step back. The bomb will go down. They don't have to defend from the site here, but the DS does have a smoke. As long as that kit. So if they are able to get the smoke on the bomb and get on top of it, might get a little bit chaotic here.
They still have 5 kills to find. It would have to be a bit of a ninja defuse. We'll see which kills come in first. It looks like Brokey will be opening things up with a couple, make it a triple. And that's going to be the round tied up nicely. The FaZe clan didn't have to work too hard for it in the end, but a duel making things interesting. Not out of it completely just. If he gets a 3rd kill, you never know, but there it is. Rain will confirm the round. And Brokey, what another barn burner. He just had that chat. 3 kills, very confident, very calm, and they collect the first pistol.
Clicks are looking crispy right there from both sides, but this one thing I want to do, maybe we can have a bit of fun and games on our side of it as well, is keep tabs of how many different variations of boosts we see from FTW on their CT side of overpass here. So we'll count that one, the B sandbag boost. That's the first. Saw Na'Vi the other day, they had so many different variations of boosts. So could be a little fun game here as we'll see FTW, the Portuguese, getting with a force buy of their own. Dodo into the Scout. There's some Deagles and an MP9 to work with here as the bathroom smoke has been deployed and connected to control already under the remit of FaZe. Fantastic work on this.
The DS once again takes a lot of damage early on, so that was a factor on Inferno, but dishing some out is Dodo. Carrigan down to 22 points of health, but gaining map control towards the bathroom position. CT's just trying to find those tags, soften them up if possible. And there's all 5 players with FaZe on this side of the map, so we'll see a boost there towards the connector position. Looking through the windows, perhaps.
Okay, well, a lurk smoke deployed just there, so at least applying a little bit of pressure to front side. Rotation starting to come back through from Aradose, but don't worry about it. Rain's found Diaz through the spam of the wall towards Divider. So that's a great opening to find here for FaZe. They can continue to stick towards this side of the map, trying to give the A bomb site a little bit of love. Smoke's deployed. Flash is good.
Scout can do something here. No, I feel like I'm quietly... Okay, maybe not. Now he's been pushed behind the smoke, segregated from his teammates. The 1D goes beautiful. The low HP player presents himself, but not meant to be. 4 versus 2. Stododo and KST once again, unfortunately, will have to just save the weapons as it's a decent effort. Some damage inflicted, but not quite enough.
There's a couple of keys here, which I guess we can digest for FaZe. It's not just about having all that firepower and the fact that they hit really hard.
Right.
You could see how quickly they were able to take that bathroom control, right? So they obviously do the bathroom smoke quite quickly as you're making your way out of spawn. And then there's a Molotov, another one of these magic mollies that Rain has that's very particular.
So it bounces off like the skyboxes, right?
Yeah,
it makes it a magic molly. So
it
detects the floor, but there's nothing to land on, so it buys another couple of seconds to fly through the air.
Precisely. Ancient, we get that one. That's very popular, right, in the way a lot of teams like to take mid, but the one that Rain throws here, it lands Divider. So they get an instant toilet smoke, the Divider molly straight away. So when the CTs want to play aggressive for space up towards balloons, if they want to drop back, they have to drop back through the bathroom smoke as well as that Molotov, right? And that's why you can see FaZe getting that space so quickly. They're able to, I guess, prod FTW around the map right where they want them. And if they're in front of that util, then those fights are definitely going to favor that of FaZe. But here's the wallbang. You can see right there, just through the Divider, the DS getting absolutely dismantled through that one. A great shot from Aradose. And, well, that's about it for the round, as it is a 2-0 start for FaZe Clan here.
Well, they do manage to save the Scouts and the MP9. They'll send 3 players, make it 4 towards B, maybe go for another push towards shorts, get a boost going with the Scout perhaps. We'll see what they've got in mind. Some information gathered there by the USB towards middle, but not much else. All we can really tell them is that one player was towards T-steps. That's not really going to be having a massive knock-on effect in the round. That one will, though. Stododo, great shot towards short, removes Brokey. No real trade potential.
He was very quick on that, wasn't he, Brokey? Just trying to take that space up towards Sandbag. Only had the Mac 10, but...
So Rain can pick that up, though, I suppose?
I suppose, but this is a bit of a gauntlet to cross here. Noted the USP with the P250. He's popped the dink on his own. KST's taking down Rops in the meantime. This might be a force buy win for FTW. 2-on-5 situation right now.
Not even a force buy. They saved the scout and the MP9 with USPs around it. So, an eco, if you're talking about this round alone. But not over just yet. Do they check long?
Nope.
They do. So Twists will enable the bomb to be planted. This one not done yet, but they can find a couple kills quickly. You never know. Carrigan knows he has to be active here. Can't just sit back on the bomb side. If he gets the double kill, I say they stand a real chance, but not meant to be. 3 versus 1, Twists. Remove from the action. But remember, no kits enables him to go towards long, but it's just not planted for him in any sense.
Well, the question is, did he hit Dosse, who's just made it around the world? Twist has caught a glimmer right here. They're going to think long's clear. This is all going to come down to timing. The bomb halfway gone. They've only tapped it right now. They need to get stuck on this. They don't expect Twist to be long. This is going to be a masterful clutch. All he needs to do is knock it off. And it's not going to be the case. KST with the pivot on top of the site. The defuse will come through. And a great round for FTW.
Yeah, had he been like maybe 5 seconds before, they might not have suspected it, but it was just too quiet. They had no information as to where he was. Someone had to check it eventually. And just in the nick of time, we do see FTW pick up the round. And as I said, that's an eco victory. They saved the MP9 and the Scout, and those are the weapons causing all the damage here. Lovely little boost there to take down Robs, finishing off Rain as well, who already took a lot of damage from the USP towards short. So they're going to be happy with that. Lost the pistol, but somehow managed to win the 3rd round eco. As we get into the first real gun round here, I say that there are some concessions. Brocky will be just having the Desert Eagle, and they've got AKs around here. Shouldn't be the end of the world. Still going to be a potent force in round number 4 here. The AWP for Stododo. Haven't really seen him pop off yet.
Yeah, Inferno maybe not the best place for him to showcase that, but Overpass,
yeah, exactly.
He should be able to find a bit more impact on a map like this. Now they're coming short aggression with 3. There's 4 towards B. Jill, he's just slipping past it. Robs with the fight will get the better of him. Nobody close for any trade potential there, so they were posturing forward, but didn't really have the follow-through FTW. They will give one over.
I dare say Jill had the advantage. I think he spotted the shoulder of Robs and he got no info, but still somehow comes out on top. An early advantage, but still a lot of the rounds still to be played here. 3 at B still. We've got Didias with the M4 and an Incendiary defending A, and they seem to be a bit more active. Trying to gain map control, information, enables him to rotate one player back potentially.
Coming back to B here. Rops is about to have a little bit more of a fight. KST is just pushing on his lonesome straight through the pipe, and if he gets this kill, there is an opportunity. Rops has just looked away. KST's slipped the net. They're not going to expect him, Henry.
Bad information. He'll be calling no one's push. It should be absolutely fine. No one's going to check this.
Needs a multi-kill here. Finds the time. 1, 2, the 3rd. The transfer almost there for KST, but Carrigan's going to get the trade. Now they need to get past this play towards short. It's Aaron Dosse, 10 HP. Rain. Diligent on the clears here.
No, he's not checked it deep enough. All a good flash, though. Very well done from Rain. And Carrigan follows things up. What was looking like a bit of an awkward round, perhaps. It looks quite safe now, especially that AWP shot missed, and Carrigan will punish the mistake. And there it is. Even with the nice double kill coming in from KST, it's not going to be quite enough. Good positioning, and Rob's unfortunate not to get that information. He was watching the entire time. The 5 seconds he takes his gaze away, that's going to be where he pushes through towards the washing machine. That's
one of the things with Counter-Strike, right? The timing can just be such a cruel mistress in all of this. And same with this fight that happened, it kind of played against the Gil. And then over here towards B, KST with the double. If he gets the triple, you're thinking that's a 2nd round secured, but not to be the case. And, they've actually dropped Stododo a hero AWP.
Yeah, he didn't save that. That's fully purchased into the round. And for someone who hasn't really been popping off the sniper yet, it's a bold purchase. He's got himself armor as well. Means he has to be very active. You don't want to be firing off any bullets in a speculative manner. You want to make sure you get yourself in a position where you can open things up, retreat, reposition, and hopefully apply pressure to the terrorist side.
You want to be sure on the shots that you're making, as well as making sure when you are scoping, you're not too close, especially within an early round like this, to give away the fact that even if it is a scout, that's still a threat that Carrigan can start to calculate through. So just doing their standard default here. Rops over towards B, 3 working through the A side of the map, and Rain over towards Connector here on his lonesome, just patrolling. About to be, I was going to say a fight over towards front bathrooms, but got pipped, and, that's the AWP gone.
Yeah, massive investment thwarted, and going to try and recover the weapon, which they have done. Dosse will pick it up, but they're picking up kills left, right, and center here on the FaZe side. KST, Dosse, can he save this AWP, Chad? Is it possible? I'm not sure. They are kind of pinned in towards the A site, committed in front of bathrooms as well, and just 1 player remaining. That's the
shooting gallery, isn't it?
Brokey is having a lot of fun out there, and I presume he'll close things out as well. He knows exactly where the final player is. They'll take the bomb towards B, and there it is. No helmet, and a quick kill, and the AWP taken down. No kills found at the AWP, at least in the person that bought it. And we go to 4-1. Still a full buy here with the AWP on the CT side. They had residual cash, it seems. To DS with 3,500. Opts for the M4 Kevlar combo and not much else to speak of. Round 6.
Yeah, no kit here either.
No kits at all.
There are a couple of problems for sure. Didius would love to get him on the scoreboard here as well. Right now, for FaZe, it's just been about getting this territory and then standing and hitting a couple of nice shots. And similar scenes were seen over there on Inferno, but this time an aggressive long maneuver. Brokey, not flash, not smoke, not naded, not nothing. And they're just going to pick up an easy kill. So basically throwing their bodies straight into the aim of FaZe.
The DS will have to watch his fallen comrade. Nothing he can do about it right now. Sits behind the first rock. Not a great position for multiple kills, it has to be said. Normally a bit of a bait and switch with the second rock, but Twist will be checking this. I don't think so. Yeah, way too on point today. FaZe are looking deadly.
This is the FaZe, right, which is scary because they are just aiming, right? They're just shooting you. And that's the scary phase, right? Obviously, once you get into the higher tier of Counter-Strike, a bit more maneuvering across the map required. But when FaZe are in this mode, the Marauder mode, they're just going to run all over you. That's what you want as Carrigan, right? All of your tools are extremely sharp right now. Nobody seems to be missing a beat. On his lonesome range, just walking in towards A. All three players are here. Actually, I tell a lie. One is down towards Heaven, towards B. And, well, Range just waltzed in, spotted, the AWP is gone. And the round's done. Yeah, as long as he gets one of those kills, it's absolutely worthwhile. And a very important one. Takes down the sniper. He's confirmed that. He knows at least one player is towards A as well. Means at maximum, this could be one player towards the other side of the map. Yes, he might get one here, which he does. That's Twist going down, but it's all for naught, really. The money's absolutely fine on the T side, and they don't need to go hunting for these kills. They'll just hold back and allow the round to come in their favor. Okay, well, we did expect a quick one, right? We had a quick one on Inferno.
It was the quickest map ever in Pro League history, apparently.
I'm going to dispute that.
I think you might have to. We had a few other tweets come through that suggested otherwise, but according to the official ESL CSGO Twitter account, that was the fastest map ever. It felt fast to me, but I'm not sure about the fastest. We had a 16-0 between, was it EG?
Wait, I think it was Mouse and EG.
Mouse and EG.
Someone linked that. They said that the match went for 28 minutes.
Do you think the social media people heard us say it and maybe thought it was fact, perhaps? I'm not sure.
That's possible.
Definitely don't believe what we say. We're kind of just making things up as we go along most of the time.
Okay, here's the data. Here's the data for Season 16 map length based on in-game tick count. My data doesn't go back far enough for other seasons. This is from Ralphie. Ralphie's done some good work here, Ralphie.
Okay.
The quickest game we had so far was Fnatic versus NIP on Overpass that went for 30 minutes.
Which season was
and
that?
5 seconds. This season. This is only from this season.
All right, okay, I understand.
And then we had Spirit versus Endpoint on Overpass that went for 30 minutes and 9 seconds. So I'm interested what the tick data is. I don't think he would have the tick data for this match that's just happened just yet because, well, it's just gone down. So I guess Ralphie can keep us up to date with that. Someone said that someone's linking me a 100 Thieves versus Isurus game that only took 39 minutes. So there's a lot coming in. Maybe we'll have to get
disputes.
We'll have to get the stats guy SEO. Ben, he needs more work. Ben always needs more work, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Never enough work for poor Benny boy.
Well then, here we go. A lot of work to be done for FTW. The CT side, Chad, it has to be said, you should be expecting to win this half, especially if you're a map down and you're against the #1 team in the world as of a couple of days ago. And we'll see pretty weak buy, but a strong start. Dodo with the AWP towards Connector will find Rain. Now starting to hit some shots. That's his second kill.
Ooh, everybody gravitating towards B right here in this little push from Didius. I don't think it's going to be suspected right now by that of Twist, who's just peered around the corner. He could very well do that, but going to clear out towards A, and Twist continues just to make it behind a new piece of cover every single corner he turns. Surely Didius has him now. Twist would have to do it.
This would be so unfortunate if he just walks in front of him.
Yeah, and he might do.
Oh, the timing is going to be savage for someone here. I think Twist is getting the free. No!
Okay.
All right, I didn't expect that
to work with. Well, they know it has to be B now, starting to barrel in the last 3 members of FaZe.
Yeah, they've only got the MP9s and the FAMASs. This could be problematic. We'll see. Aras waiting towards Heaven with the lesser of the rifles. Agil will be joining him. They've got HEs ready and waiting as well. Is this where FaZe get back into the round? Good smoke towards Shaw, but a better shot. Rops takes bullets to the face, and presumably that's the round done. Certainly so now. Brokey is looking to cause damage. Maybe get a plant down.
just be a crazy 1-on-5, wouldn't it? The first was good. They're running him down, and there you go. They could pick up a secondary AWP if they'd like. Not to be the case. I'm sure you just want to get the FAMAS out of your hands. And another nice one. So the 2 rounds that they've won so far have been on these more brittle-looking buys. Remember the 3rd round of the game with carried over weapons from round number 2, and this time round there's a bit more hodgepodge, bit of a menagerie as far as the weapons were concerned. And a good opening from Stododo. We said we want to see more from the AWP. Well, that's one way you can have some action to find AWP openings. And
that door will be blown off pretty much every round as well, right? So the fact you can use that to your advantage in different ways, you can either go for spams from the bomb site itself, push your AWP right down to that sort of angle, and just cause a nuisance for the T's waiting on the other side. So look out for that. As you'll see, of course, another full buy here, but the last of the cash for FaZe, as BO3 has had enough, taking actions into his own hands as usual. And with Karrigan, they'll be storming up towards long, staying on that left-hand side just to avoid noise. But Stododo, I was about to say he's in the perfect spot. He was looking for the boost up towards the flower bed. He looks away for 1 second, not even that. And at least the DS will pull it back. He doesn't have to go for the second kill, but he nails him.
Okay, well, he's made up where his teammates fallen here. Wow. And the peek back out into Twist, they're just giving them the fights. He worked so hard to draw that back.
Yeah, absolutely true. A 3-on-3. Favors the T side for sure, especially on a map like Overpass. The CT defense will be spread very thin indeed. And back towards B we go. The silent drops from the handrail here. Won't be heard.
This retake position that's currently being held on to towards B is kind of showing that they can usher their way into the site, right? Getting in shouldn't be too difficult. As Dosse cannot see this short walkout. He's hoping that they'd leer a little bit further into his line of sight, but the creepy crawly rain, I'm sure they wish would go away.
They couldn't be further away on the other side of the map as well.
Yeah.
Like, about as far as he possibly could be.
They got the sound cue now. He's pulling out the nades. That's going to give Robs a chance here. Oh, completely gives away his unnoted position. And now it's a 2-on-3 retake towards this B bomb site.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yep.
It's unfortunate, isn't it? They get a nice double kill towards long. He picks up the AWP, thinks, surely though, there's not going to be a third there. But of course there was. They'll recover the AWP at least. But then once again, any advantages they had are squandered. The B hold, not quite enough information gathered. And the late incendiary ultimately leads to his demise.
Yeah, the thought process, right? If you want to think through, he's playing a retake setup. So he's thinking, if I delay the plant, it'll give enough time for my teammates to get into position to make this a little bit jarring. But the bomb had already had the digits getting punched in. They're not going to cancel at that point. Even if the incendiary had landed perfectly, it's likely that still gets planted regardless here. So this is actually, that's a massive opener from Karrigan. Like, I know that Stododo had just found himself in transition, but it's still a huge shot for Karrigan to hit there. So a nice opener, good one from Twist.
Always good for a kill like that, honestly. Like, I think Karrigan, I don't think he's got the reputation for the low fragging in-game leader anymore. Like, he is worth his weight in gold. And CT side especially, good for 1 or 2 every single round. Positioned himself nicely. There's opening kills. You'll see him do those a lot. And yeah, great start for FaZe once again. If you are just joining us, that was a missed Molotov.
And that one,
it was 16-4 on Inferno, the pick of FTW. Yeah, a bit too much spin on that one, Chad. You're right. Karrigan, once again, look at this. Just looking to crack things open. Through the smoke he goes. Now, he has got himself out of the tunnel. Playing for the fadeaway.
They just spam. Oh my god. Rain spams a kill. Karrigan on the timing. Another kill for Karrigan.
That's what it's all about, Chad. Just sensing what your opposition are up to. You hear those bullets coming through. They've got to reload at some point. They have to fall back, wait for your moment, and he strikes with emphatic style. A double kill. And not really much to be said about round number 9, ladies and gents. It's just going to be another save here for the DS and KST.
Hello, hello.
Did he see him?
Oh no, he's going to give away the kill there. So Rain up the ladder. KST will take that one with both hands.
Suppose it grants an AK, but you have to go down the ladder to get it. Probably not worth it.
Yeah, Rops is already making sure that can't be scooped up. This is the thing. You don't have to hunt if you FaZe. You're probably more than happy if they retain guns. What does it matter? You know? You're not too stressed, are you?
Probably not. You're probably not at all. Just checking in with the frag charts there. Wow, no one on the FTW side is over 3 kills, apart from KST, who has 12 and 3, so he's doing a good job there. But all for not at this point, they'll be down 7-2. The bomb would explode. Nothing really to report there as we get into round number 10 here. Money is low. They saved the 2 M4s. More going to be some pistols, some MP9s thrown into the mix.
There's the wallbang kill just there from Rain.
I guess they were spamming back at the same time, just trying to inflict damage. That's the problem. When you do spam on the CT side, sure, you've blown out the door, but it's so common these days. AK versus M4 and that penetration, it's always going to come out on top of the T side, especially if they're hitting shots. And here we go. There's no real purchase into the round, apart from a few deagles, a couple of them, I should say, and a 5-7 for it.
Yeah, they've just kind of leveled up the money here with the loss bonus where it is. Next round, they will be able to buy, but Aradose dancing through the flames. Getting some heat on that sweet rice.
Yeah, that's what it means, isn't it? Aradose means sweet rice.
Yeah.
That's a very unique name.
Isn't
you
it?
can choose all the gaming names in the world.
He's gone with sweet rice.
Sweet rice.
Maybe he's a fan of sweet rice.
I didn't even know sweet rice was a thing.
I don't think I've ever had sweet rice.
I know sticky rice is the thing.
Yes, that's normally more with
long grain
sushi,
rice,
right?
brown rice, egg fried rice.
Well, someone sent us a recipe for sweet rice. How would you eat it? Is it dessert? How are you having the sweet rice? Let us know.
Yeah, that's a real question there. We'll find out, I'm sure. I know they have sweet milk. I've heard of that before, but not sweet rice.
Oh, this one it might get sour very quickly for FTW as KST. Mentioned his name. He is finding contributions here. We'll find another. Rops the first to fall. And hold up a second. Straight through the smoke. Caught him on the reload, but Rain, the bodyguard, is there to help out. The flames, their feet. Agil is gone now, and wow, the kills keep coming. Carrigan, it's his turn.
Yeah, and he's been doing very well in these openings. This time, KSC, the best fragger so far is absolutely wrecked by the P250 sidearm of Brokey. Stadodo looking for a double kill here, can't quite find it, and still a winnable round. I said that with bated breath, but the Diaz has a decent position, actually. He's coming in from the monster tunnel. He has no kit, but I dare say that's a freebie, and indeed it is. So, unfortunately, though, he does know exactly where he is now. Brokey doesn't miss many, but he is baited out. He'll have to fall back, I'd say. Advantage to DS now, who picks up the kit.
Oh, look how far away Brokey got. Can pivot all the way around. This is really well thought out from Brokey, using that smoke front sight in his favor. The DS has no idea that he's already pivot. What are you meant to do now? He has no idea that Brokey's gotten this far away. It was instant. Through the smoke, into the water, and now all the way around to the heavens. He just has to make sure he peaks in time and secure.
He wanted him to look up first. Look at me before I strike you down, boy.
Oh, Lord.
He just waited. It's like, make sure he sees it. I want him to know how owned he's been.
That was great from Brokey there. What a round.
Oh, that's so funny.
Couple of comedic moments in this one here, wasn't there? That little push through the smoke and connector was good. I love that pivot from Brokey. Just no hesitation in what maneuver he was going to pull off.
Yeah, look, they know what he's done.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a good time over there on the FAZE.
I wanted to see the white of his eyes before I pulled the trigger.
That reminds me of Semphis in one of the early majors. I think it was like the Katowice of 2014 against one of the French teams, and GMX was on the other side. That's when the tables were facing each other.
Yeah.
And he's yelling out across the hall, GMX! GMX, look into my eyes, GMX. And Semphis is just yelling this, and the French, they're not looking up, you know, there's just...
He's an intimidating man as well.
He is even more so now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, the DS is an intimidating position, and there's the conversion.
Just about gets it over the line. Not the cleanest of kills, but they all count, and that's going to be Carrigan removed. And Stadodo counting his lucky stars at that point, and we'll see whether they can actually execute towards the A bomb site cleanly. I dare say they can. The bomb will be planted, no problem. No resistance here whatsoever. There are kits available. Decent buy. Round 11 here, and a backstab coming in towards long. What's going to be the outcome here? The Diaz will be watched by Rain, though. And, the spray gets a little bit out of hand there. Turns into a gardening hose pretty quickly.
Well, they have smokes, Henry. There's a real chance for this one.
True. Once the smoke goes down, that's when the spam battles begin. The full defusers can be initiated, and those 5 seconds can disappear very quickly indeed. They're going to go for it any second now. There it is. The defuse being deployed. I guess, and they've got a chat. Nothing can be done. Defuse, and there we have it. A nice round there from FTW after getting that first pick. Pushing in towards T-spawn, funneling them in towards the A bomb site. And clean as you like, smoke down, and the good Molotov as well meant they had no vision when the defuse was happening. They couldn't actually grant access towards the bomb site whatsoever.
FaZe still have them right where they want them, right? There was a couple of casualties there in that post-plant situation. Stadodo going to get himself back in a full util. I think he could have dropped another M4 for Agil here, but that is not going to be the case, so he'll be operating with a FAMAS. But yeah, you can see here it's quite simple stuff. The smoke plumes, difficult to deal with. The missed molly there is going to give a bit more room to twist than FTW would have hoped for, but Rain pedaled to the metal quickly through the connector position. Door swung open and closed it behind him. He wasn't raised in a tent. Brokey already posted up here towards the sandbag position with the AWP. He will need to flick towards his right. Don't worry about that. The boost will deal with Aradose. Nade's good in connector as well, and Carrigan, it felt like he knew exactly where Didius was.
Yeah, it looked like he had his number for sure. And it'd been called, but apparently not meant to be. BO3 has been incredibly active towards this side of the map, and that's bravery peeking there.
Rain?
As the AWP is being caught.
Rain?
And like ships in the night, Rain will pass. Didius in towards a connector.
He knows he's there because the flash.
He has to be, yeah, right. He has to be. So wait for the smoke to go down. He wants to guarantee the kill here. Dare say he's done it, which he confirms. So, a minute remaining. Twist has gained access past Monster. He'll call for some backup as well. Agil with just 40 points of health, chat. It would take a remarkable sequence at this point to stop them entering. And Rain will just be keeping that player towards A as well. Nice smoke towards CT spawn as they walk in, just causing a bit of a ruckus here. You can see they don't really know where to go. And STW will be dropped.
They've gambled B. They've gambled correctly here. Twist is past. He's not going to clear the corners. Agil's got the kill. There's still one towards Sandbag, and there it is. KST activates late, even with that kill on the site. Rain, they know he needs to make a quick way here through the backlines, through the spawn, but BO3, the absolute menace. He can plant for heaven. KST tucked towards short, and Rain should deal with this, but KST's grabbed the kill back, the low HP, and BO3 gets it done. A close round, but very another round.
$3,400 per player, but it doesn't really lend itself to a full buy on the CT side. There'll be Deagles, Scouts, MP9, so a partial buy, which is unfortunate. BO3, I dare say he should have lost that one with low HP as well. One more shot from the M4, he was going to be taken down, but he operates very calmly, as he always does. And round 13, STW flashed off at the start, doesn't vault up as cleanly as he would have liked for that first kill. It would have just been a tag, I dare say, as well with the Scouts. But back towards long we go, which is normally a safe area when you know the weaponry and money in general is low. Won't be sniped down, and you can just group up together, basic execution, make your way towards a bomb site, and bomb's your uncle.
Yeah, they could three-man execute from long and then have Rops activate late here with Rain up through bathroom position as STW is trying to get back towards the site now. The util raining up and over. The bombardment is coming their way. More flames at the feet. There's nowhere safe to stand as FAZE are showing a little bit of that prowess with the util. Backside mollied as well. And BO3 opens up the account. Last round closes it. This round opens it. All the accounts are BO3's right now as Rain jumps into Didius. Rops is there. They're bodyguarding each other from round to round here. We'll call this one 10.
I think that's fair at this stage, Chad. Normally, we might be a bit cautious with calling the round a bit too early, but I think we're fine. Agil, Aras Dosse. I think my pronunciation is getting pretty good there.
It is. Well, we get all week to practice, right?
Yeah.
So this is one of the things, right? The broader storyline here for FTW, they've been saying it themselves, is here for a bit of experience due to the roster changes within the team. We can dig into more of that as the week goes. But this squad, right, they still came through the conference. And the conference there, they were beating competition that, you know, aren't slouches by any means. Sprout was one of the scalps. They took Order, who are no longer. They've had to revert back to Greyhound now. Illumina was a team they beat to get here, I believe. Right, so to get to on the likes of Big, MIBR, Outsiders, and G2 notoriously shaky, right? G2 are notoriously shaky in Pro League. Is BO3's opener, doesn't need to see a whole lot of you.
You know what, like the nerves will be gone after this one.
Sure.
You were expecting maybe you could have a bit of a showing here, but this is about as bad as it could have gone, and now you just be thinking, right, now we just need to quote-unquote play our own game, and against teams like Outsiders, much slower-paced teams, I think they'll have a lot more time to show us what they're made of, as the grenades will damage KST significantly. Another probe towards short here.
17 for KST. So as we go through this week of games, I guess we can look at some of these performances, see who are the shining stars for the team.
He's top fragging on the server with BO3.
Yeah, so he's having at least a good performance individually. Look, how that translates into rounds is a different conversation here, but FAZE really are not giving away too many opportunities, and the ones they have been capitalized on.
That's a storyline for us to follow in the next games. Can he keep it up? We'd like to see more from STW with the AWP.
For sure.
But for now, 2 rounds remaining. And on the CT side of Overpass, 3 is just not going to cut it. I would say 4 is the absolute bare minimum. 5 at this point would be idyllic, but it's going to end up towards B here. And this has not been going too well for them. We'll see Aradose and Agil defending, and the flashbangs are not too effective there. Nice turn, but BO3 is not missing a shot in the last few rounds.
No, he's on form right now, isn't he, BO3? This is an absolute monster in the server here today. STW has rotated in time. There's teammates coming that flank from KST.
BO3 just guy peek this.
He may as well at this point. He might have to do it all alone. 25 seconds. The DS has found 1. Make that 2. BO3. There he goes. He's going to scope for the 3rd kill of the round, but now it's just Carrigan.
Nice.
Will be dispatched. And there's 4. Was that your bare minimum?
That's my bare minimum.
All right.
So that's the quota filled, and 5 would just be a bonus at this point. They've got the money to do so. Unfortunately for them, FAZE have not had to take a single eco so far in this half, but yeah, it all comes down to this. Get 5. I dare say it again, against FaZe Clan, that's not the worst scoreline in the world. If you get 5 rounds on the CT side, after losing the pistol, that's okay.
Yeah, and considering the 2 rounds that they won, which were rounds which were hard to win, right? With the third round residual saved weapons from the second.
Yeah, USPs
and, then they,
and scouts.
Yeah, and then they had a round that they were able to pull off as well, where their buy was definitely a little bit more brittle than that of FaZe's. Here we go, Stododa looking for an opening down towards Connector. 3-2 split of the FaZe offense is... They want to creep forward through this smoke. Of course they do. Carrigan with a gimmick, and it's going to work. Stododa has been caught off guard more often than he'd like to admit.
Nice little flick there towards short. We saw Robs dismantling the short push. But speaking of which, the round not done yet by any stretch of the imagination. But this shot straight in the buttocks of KST there, and it's going to be back to a 3-on-2. And Aristotle needs at least 1 kill here. Actually looks primed to potentially get it here, but it's a lot of damage, and even more so, he gets absolutely smacked down by the AWP of Broke here. Most of the team have as well. He finishes the half with 21 kills. He got a similar performance in the first half of Inferno as well. It's quite the show, but all the rounds going in favor of FaZe. It's going to be 11-4 at half-time. Line, 1 map down, smiles all round for the FaZe Clan, and anything but for FTW fans all across the world here. As we get into the pistol round here, we are going to see 7 guns on the CT side.
That sounds like cheating to me.
It does sound a bit like cheating. We will look into that after this round, as we'll see Sam Brokey with the dual elites, and Rain stepping up to the challenge there towards middle. So a couple of them decide to back to the bar, and the first kill will be coming in momentarily. It's actually ahead. He'll be done for.
Run!
How's he got away with that? I have no idea. If he gets 1 kill here, that will be remarkable. But speaking of 1 kill, Brokey will open things up. But it's actually advantage for now towards FTW. But here it comes, mowing them down here. Still a chance though. For now, 2 versus 1, and Twist needs to be careful not to give this one up. But anything but, says Carrigan, will doing like crazy things with them though. Like it's either 1 or 2 kills. I don't know.
Maybe that's
that
enough.
title.
Maybe that's enough. Look, but that's the thing. Look, there might have to be a conversation about that. So if you're a player,
for the first time in Counter-Strike history, we're talking about the dual elites.
If you're a player and you want to get your hat put in the ring for best dual elite, you know, give us some highlights, boys. You know, we'll have some discussions about the dual elites. 30
bullets of pain. And speaking of which, we'll have 25 in the magazine of this FAMAS. Brokey, a fantastic showing so far.
Is he 30? That's the question, Henry.
I don't think so. I think he goes down here after 1. And, well, Rain will pick up the pieces and more ways than 1. And we'll see Carrigan farming that cash. Broke once again. Unless you get the plant down, you'd have an opportunity to get AKs and basic utility out. But here it is, the replay, the Glocks. Again, getting 2 kills. Not the end of the world.
Not bad value for money either.
Yeah, you get an extra $300 per kill.
And they're having some smiles too.
Well, that's good to see. At least there's no death slamming going on. They understand the situation.
You can't get too frustrated in an environment like this, can you? You understand the circumstances, and
as we all do.
Maybe some death slamming in a moment, because Agil, he was just down in Connector, and well, now Rain is too. Brokey's coming along for the ride, and yes, of course. Up the ladder in Connector at 1:26. The classic push and the bomb at the feet. Thank you very much. How many more can Rain get here? The smoke is great, the ding too, and he's going to do even more damage. Stododa gets the flick around though. Okay.
That's a chance.
That's a real
And I think there's another kill here.
Oh, the timing again. Carrigan saw the feet. This is just going horribly wrong for FTW in the tiniest of details.
As well. There was a gap there to try and get in towards the B-bomb site, but it's been eradicated now. If there was anyone left of 100 HP, I'd say there's a chance, but just 26 points of health all the way in T-spawn. Bomb on his back, sure, but really not many options whatsoever. He has a full array of utility, I will say that much.
Does need the ace.
Does need the ace. If he gets 1 kill and plants towards A, I guess there's a chance, but
he's got time on his side.
The amount of time required, though, from this stage to clear out a bomb site and actually get a plant down, I dare say, would be a problem for him. So, they can play 1 towards A, 1 towards B. If somehow Robs doesn't hear...
If Rob sits here, he wins the round.
Hold on.
All right, he's going long.
This is the best call he could have made.
He's going long. All right, he's
the absolute best choice.
Got the trainers on. But if he plants open, all Robs has to do is turn his head slightly to the right-hand side.
The bank, I would say, with this sort of opportunity.
15 seconds.
If you want to stop rotations from B, right? You've called the sites open.
Well, he's given away his position now, so all Robs has to do is just turn around, and there it is.
All right. Yeah. On the T side, on top of that $3,000 they're getting right now. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. If you've got the plant down, you can get AKs and armor, maybe a couple of flashes. For now, though, you're like Tech 9s, Mac 10s, Desert Eagles, that sort of vibe.
Nice.
Yeah, they after that point, you've lost 2 kills, the bomb goes down there, you have to push the third.
It was that one there where KST looked like he had Carrigan dead to rights, but then doubted himself, walked back, showed a bit of thigh. Carrigan loves a bit of leg, and able to scoop that one up. So let's see if they can get anything done with these pistols, and Util, probably not.
They have done, and the rounds they've picked up, a couple of them have been with scouts and pistols, so we'll see what they can do. I'm sure they'll be worth a plant with a full B execution. Time will tell. We've got Carrigan and Twist to defend. Here come the flashes, and onwards we push, gents. In we go. Into the Lion's Den, and Twist to open things up here. He's been dropped. The trades are good for now, but the nades might be even better. Bomb gets dropped, and there's just no range to speak of here. The MAC-10 can't finish off the job towards short, and that should be all she wrote for this series, I'm afraid, Chad, as well. 15-4. I don't think you'll be recovering this one. But,
now, this could be I don't know. This is another bold statement that we'll never know the answer to. How fast FaZe are out the gates. It's been a quick one here today as we do get underway with round 20.
Yes, that's all the amount of rounds that were played on the first map as well. It's a similar scoreline, 6-4, the exact same scoreline if it comes through, 16-4. And it's looking to go that way, Chad. You would hate to see it go down in this sort of manner for the inaugural showing of the FTW squad here in ESL Pro League Season 16. But back and forth we go, and they have been pretty good at tying things up, but Robs...
Knife him. Do it. Do it. You have
check
to do
for two.
it,
Check for 2. Oh, dear. Yeah, hate to see that one. Well, and it's going to be a 2-on-2, and the bomb drops, so still advantage for now, but Rain might have confirmed things there. It's going to be Stododo, who took no damage in that exchange somehow, with it all to play for here.
All right, hold up, Henry. Stododo, it's time to go. This is a 1-on-2 that is very, very winnable.
Though, I wouldn't be checking this.
Jiggles with the AWP, the barrel's very long, the cheeky nose.
Well, he was
just
watching the bomb, right? So he's at least aware it's gone.
Oh, well, they haven't heard any steps either, so starting to piece this one together. He's just gone for a different angle. I swear there's been glances here with this Pinocchio nose AWP, man, giving things
that's
up,
what I was saying. I think the tip of the barrel might have given away his spot there. He's just looking for any mistakes, and the problem is he's got to scope up as well as soon as he spots that little head. And now he knows he's been spotted, I believe, so in he goes, and Rain more than happy to oblige. Here we go.
Rain's already here, though. He'd have to hit a crazy shot. Rain would have to give away his position completely. Back turned, backpedaling into the side, and headshot mid-air. That's 16-4. The scores on the door don't lie. FaZe are in good form.
They absolutely are.